If you've ever looked at your to-do list and you feel completely overwhelmed, trust me, I've been there, you're not alone. We're gonna talk about exactly 5 productivity hacks that completely change your workflow and the way that you start moving in life. So let's get right into the video. Let's start with one of the biggest game changers, time blocking. Instead of keeping the to-do list that keeps staring back at you, assign time slots on your calendar. And that's not like 10 a.m. to 10:30, 10:30 to 11. It's not that. It's literally 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is a block of time. You have to start thinking about your day as a puzzle. Every block has a purpose. When it's 9 to 11 or 10 to 12, you're not just working on random things. You're doing project A or task A, whatever that is. That turns vague intentions into real commitments. So for example, block A could be setting up your day. Ideally, this would start the night before if you want to really maximize your productivity instead of getting into your day, figuring out what your day looks like. But if you're already in it, here's how you can start it. This is block A, prep work. That's what you name it. And in that prep work subtask, all the things that you're going to do between those hours will include of plan your day, top 3 things I want to achieve by 7 p.m. today, whatever else is in that. It's prep work for that reason. That's what that time is dedicated to. Block B can be your 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. hour. And that can be your focus work, your deep focus work, your email responses, your admin work, all the things you don't want to do, but right before that midday crash. Then that 3 to 5 block can be a reset, like just a slow down, 30-minute walks are in this moment, very low lift tasks are in this moment. So that can be simply cleaning out your trunk. That can be simply cleaning up your desk. Usually getting things organized would be helpful because it's something you don't have to think about. You just have to start seeing something differently. Then that 5 to 7 p.m. could just be your evening routine. So that can be drawing a bath, that can be meal prepping, that can be making dinner, whatever that looks like for you. So from that list, from that example, you have block A, B, and C. And that can really help you just compile all the things that you need because you know you have a certain amount of time to get them done. And it really helps as a pro tip to color code it so that you know yellow, that's associated with morning. That's the first part of the day. Blue, that's my deep focus work. Pink, that's my soft reset moment. Whatever works for you. Second method is the pomodoro method, and I've talked about this since I've started this channel. It is my favorite way to do work or just run errands, do anything honestly, because if time blocking is the structure, the pomodoro method is definitely the rhythm. It is simple. You can go on YouTube, you can do this with a timer on your phone, whatever works best for you. But typically I will work in 25-minute deep work blocks, and it doesn't mean I'm just actually doing work or at school or whatever. I am doing something for 25 minutes that needs to get done, and then I'm taking a 10-minute break in between, and I have 4 sets of those. It's like working out. After the 4 rounds, you can take a longer 15 to 30-minute break so that you can reassess, figure out what else you need to do, and just look at all the productivity you got done throughout the day. So the focus here is the constraints you're putting on the things you need done. You're training your brain to focus in short sprints, rather long burnout 2 to 3 hour work sessions. Nobody gets anything productive done in those, in my experience at least. It's almost like interval training when you work out, just for your mind. Also, another pro tip is that if you struggle with focusing, sometimes I feel like I just don't have the workflow. I'm not feeling super creative. This is not sponsored whatsoever, but I do use this app. It's super cute, actually. It's called Focus Friend, and it is such a cute little app. It's got a little brown bean as like the little pop-up on the App Store, but it truly puts a Pomodoro method timer on your phone, similar to if you just were to look it up on YouTube and have some like jazz music playing in the background. It helps, and it's super cute because when it's done, it shows you the little yarn or whatever the little bean is knitting. I don't know, I'm a little sucker for stuff like that, but it does help the productivity. So if you're struggling, the Pomodoro method I think is where you should start. Number 3, task batching. This is grouping similar tasks to eliminate context switching. So every time that you switch from writing an email to designing a thumbnail to replying to messages, your brain burns energy. Those tiny switches can cost up to 20 minutes of your time every single time that you're doing it. So an hour can pass by and you can still feel like you didn't make any progress even though time has gone by. Instead, try to batch your task. Check your emails once in the morning and once before the day ends at 4 p.m. That way you know, okay, I know in the morning I'm gonna have a 20-minute block, 30-minute block to do this, and then at the evening I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm not gonna be going back and forth. That's kind of like multitasking, and honestly, I don't think any of us do that really well. Or maybe you're trying to plan content. I know for me, I like to plan all my content in one batch. It's either in my notes app or I'm writing it down, but I know that I'm having dedicated focus time to just that instead of planning the content, also designing the thumbnails, also deciding what else I want to talk. Like it's not productive. Record multiple videos in one session. If you have 2 to 3 hours, record 2 to 3 videos back to back that really are fruitful, that give you quality, not just something so that you can say I've recorded 3 to 4 videos. Make sure that you feel like you are in the best space where you can do that. That way you don't have the context switch to be like, all right, I film one video and then I'll film another one tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. You might have a busier day than you expect. Number 4 is the 2-minute rule. This one does come from David Allen's Getting Things Done. And if you haven't read about it, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend check it out. But this is ridiculously simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, just do it immediately. We think more about the task and the task could be done quicker than we could be thinking about why we need to do it, why we don't want to do it, when we should do it. Just do it. Reply to that quick email, put the dishes in the dishwasher, put the laundry in the dryer, wipe down the counter. It takes 2 minutes. The goal isn't to finish everything, it's to keep your system friction free. This is what builds momentum and it shows you, wow, I got like 7 things done today and they all took around like 30 minutes in total just because you decided to do it instead of started thinking about it. And lastly, the weekly reset. This is what's going to put everything in full circle motion for you to keep a system in place. Once a week, take an hour to review your goals, clean up your workspace, plan next week's time blocks, and reconnect with your priorities. If you stay ahead, you don't have to focus on getting ahead. This is about maintenance, not perfectionism. And as someone who's recovering from seeing things in black and white and just being perfect at this and needing this to be a certain way, there's more than one way to do something. So hopefully this gets you on track for where you want to head next. Whatever that may look like, you have a few methods that can really help you get there. And then depending on what season of life you're in, what quarter of life looks like, maybe it's busier, maybe it's not, try different methods out, mix and match them and figure out what works best for you. This is for you. You have to ask yourself 3 prompts before starting this that can be really helpful. 1, what would my most focused version of me not tolerate anymore? 2, what distractions would disappear if I took myself seriously for 60 days? And 3, what tiny daily habit would change everything if I committed today? It's going to feel weird, but after you get into the process of it for at least 10 days, it's going to start to become and feel more like a habit. So try it out and see what you come up with. Know that productivity isn't just about doing more, but it's about designing a life that feels a lot easier. Start small and stay consistent. And if you stayed until this long in the video, leave this emoji so that I know you are going to be as productive as possible because you know you have 5 new tasks, 5 new things that you can do and try out to see what works best for you. So if you love more stuff like this, leave it in the comments below so I know this was helpful. They want to see more. And even if not, I'm going to keep making them. So I'm happy that you're here and I'll see y'all on the next episode of Party One Podcast. Peace.